Why, hello and welcome to another Voice of the Rings episode of LOTRO Guide, my friends. Welcome, welcome. So, this guide today, I want to help you guys out who are free to play on LOTRO. The ultimate free to play LOTRO guide. The best of my ability, you guys. So, for doing farming deeds. In particularly. Okay, so what happens when you farm deeds? Well, guess what? They give you LOTRO points. LOTRO points are the currency that you can use within the LOTRO store down here, okay? It's basically you can use it to buy things, different stuff, and it's just basically the LOTRO store. Yes, you can spend real money to buy LOTRO points, but let's say you're free to play and you want to be free to play and you don't want to spend money. Well, this game has one of the best free to play systems in all of MMOs. Especially they revamped it here in the year 2022, and it is fantastic. But let's say you want to earn points anyway to buy other stuff in the LOTRO store. Well, let's start with that. It's the best of my ability. I'm trying to make this video as short as possible for you guys, but with some good pointers for new players, right? Free to play. All right, so let's open the deed log. It's right down here if you don't know. I have lots and lots of guide videos on a lot of these different things. You can look through this whole playlist. I have tons of guides on things to look up. Even if you're brand new and you have the simplest question, you're welcome to ask it in the comments too. I'll either link you to a video or I'll try to explain it for you right there. And don't forget to like and subscribe if I do earn it. All right, my friends. So the deed basically, the deed log basically starts with the different regions of Middle-earth, okay? We have Eriador, Rovanian, Gondor, Mordor, how they split it up. Let's go to the map real quick. You hit M to open the map, right-click to go up higher and higher and higher. So here's Middle-earth, right? Eriador is basically all of this location, all of these different places. It includes the Shire, Ered Luin, Evendim, Forachel, Breland, all this kind of stuff. Rovanian includes all of southern Mirkwood, of northern Mirkwood, Dale, Laketown, Iron Hills, Ered Luin, the Vales of Anduin, all of those areas, Lothlorien, all count. Moria kind of has its own deed section in the way they've done stuff. There's also Rohan deeds. Gondor would be down here and all the different locations as well. Minas Tirith, Dol Amroth, Osgiliath. Mordor would have its own deed section. Again, we'll go back to the deed thing. You get the point. Let's go back to the deed thing, right? So we have all these different areas, right? There's skirmishes, which is a type of battle, right? A battle thing. There in Lord of the Rings Online, there's instances, there's raids, and instances are the same thing as like a dungeon would be in another MMO, just so you know the differences in the names. Skirmish is a special thing where there's like objectives to take and different enemies that are changing every time you play it. And epic battles are like a story mode, okay? Those are the three kinds, and the raids is, it's a raid. Everyone knows what a raid is, right? In MMO. It's a big battle, lots of players, where you're fighting a big scary boss. So now you got instances, hobbies. That's a whole nother thing. This is like catching certain hobbies in this game. There's only one hobby at this time. Maybe they'll add ones in the future, this video, but it's fishing, right? So there's certain things you can earn. But now that you know all this, the war is deeds that would be things you accomplish in the player versus monster player zone. Monster play. Okay, that's another thing. Class, epic, a race. These are all different things for, there's reputation deeds. Class is basically things that with your class that you complete. Usually it's doing a skill over and over. These are the ones you're not here to learn though, because they actually, I take it back. They do give LOTRO points. So using your abilities in general will give you LOTRO points. So like, for example, a keen blade, right? This is 1 out of 1. Read the book, A Keen Blade. You earn it. It also gives one of your class skill points. That's important too, to earn your class skill points. So again, looking through the deeds, again, this one is completed. There's a button that says set completed or set rewards, right? Set rewards shows, it just hovers what you get right there underneath when you do it, right? But I like to just show the generic look of the thing. But set completed, again, I have these all completed for this particular character. It's every character that can do the deeds. So again, one good way as a free-to-play person to complete deeds quickly is find some that you're good at doing quickly, besides using skills, right, of your character. Let's go to Eriador now. We're going to go to the very first tab here at the bottom. All these tabs filter all the different things. So Breland, right? We're going to show Breland. I'm going to say... So these are all ones, a lot of these I haven't completed the Wild Wood area, which is like level 40-ish now area, instead of the lower level 20 area. And you can see every single one of these, a lot of them will give LOTRO points. Not all of them, but a lot of them will give LOTRO points. So if you really want to complete these quickly, I'm going to say completed, to show you ones I've completed on this character. But look for ones that are Slayer deeds or exploration deeds. Those ones are very easy to complete very quickly, all right? So especially if you're a character and you like to kill, at the same time you could be completing your abilities that you need to use a certain amount of times in your class. If I go back and show you the class ones, right? So for example, like, strike with stagger as my 1,000 times, right? Again, those are the things you could be keeping an eye on. You can track these, you guys. You can track them on your tracker. So you all know how to use the quest tracker. If you don't, have a whole video on that. I'm not going to go into that because it'll make this video too long. But for example, let's show ones I don't know yet. I'm going to track this. Oh, look, there it is. Mission, the Wildwood, right? And again, it's on my level because it's a deed. It'll always be on your level. They'll always give you the same rewards no matter what your level is to completing that deed. Again, this is complete missions on, these are the mission deeds to complete. And what is it going to give me? Well, it's going to give me some tradable items. These are a trade item, barter item. It says it right there when I hover it. It's going to give me a title. I'm going to get the title Defender of the Wildwood, and I'm going to get 2,000 Virtue XP, which goes to your virtues, right? Which is a whole other thing. You can watch a video on virtues if you want to know what that is. One of the best ways to get your virtues up is to be doing deeds at the same time, all right? So, on a side note, you really should know the virtues, the little Gandalf button down there, right? Go into this trait tree panel and go down to the bottom tab here, virtues. Make sure you're earning. I watched my video on virtues. This is important with deeds, guys. You'll need to know that. But anyway, let's keep going on what's the best farming deeds for a free-to-play person, right? So again, I'm going to go back to set reward. I'm going to remove this one off my tracker. I'm going to remove off tracker right there, right? I can always click the little rings and it'll go straight to either the quest log if it's a quest or the deed log if it's a deed, right? So I'm going to say, oh, defeat foes, which is foes meaning any enemy mob, any NPC. That's an easy one to do, right? So let's say, oh, I'm gonna add that to tracker. Now there is a little thing, a little side thing. You can do accelerators if you have one. Usually accelerators aren't free, and you have to buy them with LOTRO points in the LOTRO store to increase. It doubles the speed at which you kill one target. It gives you 2 credits instead of 1, right, for a certain amount of time. I'd recommend if you're trying to stack LOTRO points as a free-to-play account, don't be using accelerators unless you earned one freely, right? Okay, which you do occasionally get. So now you can go through and you can choose, pick and choose. Now, where would I recommend as a free-to-play player to farm deeds? Well, this is very simple. If you want to use multiple characters and do the same ones over and over, well, you're going to need to be at the lower level areas. So Erd Luin would be a good one, right? You could do deeds over here, killing things in the Elven area, or up there. Again, you'd look at the Erd Luin, the Blue Mountains tab, which is this one right here, the 3rd one. Again, I've completed all of them, but if you look through here, there's complete quests in Erd Luin. So you could be doing quests too during it, but again, the quest ones are going to take you a lot longer. Now that's only 20 quests to complete this and get 10 points. You get an increased respect with Thorin's Hall, and you get virtue XP, right? But there's your 10 LOTRO points. That's what you're looking for as a free-to-play player, right? You're trying to stack those, right? So you can earn those. I would recommend not doing the quest ones if you're trying to grind through getting LOTRO points. I would look for the ones that are defeat things. Defeat Daurhans in Sarno. Now this is for, okay, take that one off the side because I'm pretty sure oh no. There's some Daurhans that aren't level 50. That's a different location. So again, the ones you're looking for are simple ones like defeat Daurhans. There are Daurhans there. There are Daurhan. They're the evil dwarves, right? You could do that one. The brigand. You can defeat brigands in Erd Luin. Goblin Slayer. There's always a Slayer and then a second layer. For example, there's a Goblin Slayer where you have to slay 30, excuse me. And then there's a Goblin Slayer Advanced where you have to slay 60. It's always a double. Whatever the Slayer Advanced is always a double. It usually gives you more respect and virtue XP, and it even gives you marks. Marks is another thing that's used for skirmishes as a trading currency. Again, you can always look at what the reward is for the deed. These are all good. You want to farm all of these, right? Deeds are really good. So this is a farming guide, right? Farming guide for free-to-play. Ultimate farming guide for free-to-play. So again, you're looking for Slayer deeds and exploration deeds, okay? So, and you can do some of these together sometimes, right? Like slay many brigands in Erd Luin. Again, this one, once you've done all those Slayer deeds, you finish this deed, the Slayer of Erd Luin. Now, this one doesn't give you LOTRO points, sadly, but it does give you virtue XP, 100 marks, increased reputation. It's still stuff you can use in the game. Slayer Spider Deed, right? An advanced Slayer Spider Deed gives you 10 turbine instead of 5, right? Boom, boom, boom. And if you're doing these all together, they're going to stack up over time. The exploration ones are also very good, right? So for example, this one, find northern barricades, find southern barricades. Now here's a trick for you guys, and I will link this in the description for you, okay? If you got to find stuff on the map, I have a whole video on how to navigate the map, okay? But if you look up at the top of the map, up here, and you look and you hover, it's not there right now because I'm inside an instance location. Let me just go outside for just a second. I need to show you this. This is really important if you're doing deeds. And I'm going to show you a trick. Use the LOTRO wiki, okay? So there we go. See these numbers right here? Now that I'm not in an instance room, there's numbers up there, right? 14.5 0.5 north by 136.1 west. Yes, these are coordinates, okay? The entire Middle Earth is on a coordinate system. And you're like, well, how does that help me? That's just confusing. No. Just wait. You'll understand why. If you find the map Ered Luin, and you hover a location, like this flag that I've learned the location, Tum Argor, it's 21 by 6 south by 96. It tells you the exact number, right? It's like, oh, okay. Well, here's the thing. If it's a location that doesn't have a flag that you've learned the location, remember, all these flags won't be there when you first see the map. A lot of stuff's not going to be there. You only see a few things. You'll see like the stable masters and settlements and a few other things. But you'll have to learn the points of interest as you walk around. A lot of those points of interest are deeds, by the way. Yeah. You see where I'm going with that? But here's what you can do. If there's a deed location that you need to discover something that isn't a flag and you don't know where the flag is, you go to the LOTRO wiki and you look up where it is. And it'll bring up a little map on the LOTRO wiki. And I'm going to show you right now. Ready for Ered Luin? 1 sec. All right, so here's the LOTRO wiki. It's great. I'll have this link for you back in the description. But now let's say, oh, well, maps of Middle Earth, different areas, regions. Oh, well, I'm gonna look up regions. You could do it in their search engine if you want and put the exact name of the region. Let's see. I'm pretending like I have known nothing about this game. Okay, so I'm like, oh, where do I need to go? I need Ered Luin. Okay, that's where I am on the map. Okay, so now I can be like, oh, where do I find that one thing? So then we can look for the map of Ered Luin. There's different areas here, Thorin's Gate, Kelimdim, and it shows you where all the places and locations are. But then let's go up and say Thorin's Gate, right? And then there's different areas, Milestone Tunnel Rock, dungeons, territories, landmarks. Okay, so let's click on landmarks, and then, oh, look at that. Oh, and there it is. Look, see where the little spinner is up there? See at the bottom right, it's showing you the exact location. It's showing you it's 15.8 south by 200. Now, how does that help you? Okay, all right. Let's go back to the game. I'll show you exactly now. You want to find, let's say you're doing this deed, and it says find the southern barricades, okay? So you know it's southern barricades. All right, so now we're going to go up here, and we're going to go into here, and you could just type up here, you know, southern. Oh, sometimes it'll just pop up. Of course, you know, if I could say it, you know, right. Okay, southern barricades. Oh, look, it popped up right there. Southern barricades, right? Boop, click. There it is. Oh, look at that. And look at the map hops up, hovering, and look where it's glowing. It's glowing. It's showing you right where it is on the little map there. So now what do? Okay, well, now you know it's by 24.6. You can write this down if you want or whatever. Pop back over to the game. You're like, okay, so now I need to go to, if you're in Ered Luin, if you click M, it would automatically pop up. You're like, oh, it was, where was it hovering when I hover this little thing? Okay, right there, right above the E on the Grey Havens. Okay, so now you go back to the game, and you go right above the E on the Grey Havens. And by the way, guess what? I've been there. But there it is. It's in the barricades. That flag wouldn't have been there, though, if you hadn't reached it yet. But now you can go there, you'll earn the flag, you'll know the location, and you get the deed done. Or the part of the deed done, right? Once you step there and it says, you've discovered, you'll know that you've finished one of these stamps, and it'll turn red instead of being a yellow stamp. Okay? And you'll know which other ones you have to do still. That's that easy, okay? I know you're like, oh, that takes a while. Again, this is the best way to farm deeds, in my opinion. You can also do instance deeds as farming is free to play. You know, you could go and do certain instances. Again, all these at the bottom, Mines of Moria instances, the Scourge of Khazad-dûm instances, in their absence, all these different things. Shadows of Angmar these are all expansions, by the way. Shadows of Angmar is the first part of the game before any expansions were released. Then Mines of Moria expansion was released, and then the Scourge of Khazad-dûm, and then the Tower of Dul-Dur. These are all the different locations that were done. Some of these I haven't finished. For example, Beasts of the Grand Stair. So if I do the instance, the dungeon, Beasts of the Grand Stair, I'm on advance. I only need to kill another 14, and I'd have this done. I have another 10, right? And again, you could say set completed. Once you've completed one, they're not repeatable. You've completed them. But you can repeat them if you have a different character, okay? So that's your trick, okay? With that. So anyway, I hope that helps you guys out. I'm going to leave it to that because I don't want to make that video longer than 15 minutes for you guys, and hopefully that helps you out with free-to-play farming for LOTRO deeds. Again, I would be happy to go into more depth on another video. Please just leave comments. I will do it. In fact, I might already plan on making some more different like specific regions deed guides and stuff. Again, these take a lot of work though, so if I did earn it, please, if you got to the end of the video, you're awesome. And if I earned it, the square one's right there. Next episode's up there for guides, a LOTRO my main content's over there, and a quick little shout out and thank you to my Patreons right here. They're the best. All right, you guys are the best for watching too, and I'll see you all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. Hopefully that helped you out if you're free to play in the game. And again, the free to play system is fantastic. It always was, but now it's even better because you can go all the way up to level 95 with free to play now. Fantastic. Again, you always leave a comment if you would like another video made, or I have a question, or I'll link you a video. Again, look through my playlist here on the guides too, because I have a lot of stuff already there. So just look through. I try to title them in a way that it's easy to understand what you're looking for. But again, I can always post it to you later. Have a great day in Middle Earth, my friends. See ya.